Good evening, everybody. Today is July 2nd, 2024. This is the Hannah City Village Council meeting. I'd ask everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May be seated. Yeah, on the bottom. Sure. Because when we take it, it goes against the roof. And it's hard to get in here. You have to put it at an angle to get it in. Recognition of guest. We have Chris Johnson with us. I can't remember his last name for some reason.
He can remember Chevali.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
Chevali.
Chevali.
Related to Linda Dorn Chevali?
No, that's
No, not her.
Jeff.
Jeff, the
Chevali
who you're replacing.
Okay. I used to work with the Linda Chevali, and I've never heard another name.
Yeah.
Chevali in the area.
Gotta be related.
You know, I'm sure they are.
So, everybody should have a copy of their previous meetings from June 18th, 2024. If you haven't so looked over those, take a moment, review them if there's any corrections or errors.
Make a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes as submitted.
Second.
A motion by Pearson, second by Weaver. Any further discussion, corrections, comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Treasury report, Miss Cassandra.
The only thing on here is, I wanted to mention the interest for June is $76.36, $7,636 for June.
Nice.
Nothing else really on the ordinary.
How much was it?
$7,636.
It's on the very last page of the.
Yeah, it's on the last one. And that page there doesn't have the ending balance because the Illinois Funds website is down right now, and I couldn't get on there and get the ending balance. So I apologize for that.
So it's only been 2 months, but
Wow, what a good move that was.
Right?
Yes.
yeah, we last year we did 60, I think roughly for the year. That 7,500 roughly a month keeps up. We'll be at 90, and we only budgeted for 60.
Yeah. And Chris, just so you know, what we have is we have Illinois. Is it Illinois Mutual Funds?
That's just the Illinois Fund.
Illinois Fund. So we take excess cash and put in this fund, basically for them to use as they see fit, and then we draw interest off of it. So
Nice.
Cassandra brought that to us when she right after we first started, and you can see so far on that last page how much money we've earned in interest.
That's awesome.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report and pay all outstanding debts.
Second.
Motion by Pearson, second by Weaver. Any further discussion? Comments? We'll roll call it. Weaver?
Yes.
Pearson?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Rickson? Yes. Motion carried. Did we put that on here?
What?
Oh, we put it on our other business.
What the?
Yeah.
Board changes or the signage?
The board changes. So we're going to jump to number 9. We're going to hold off just one moment on your report, Abby. So board vacancy appointments. So
We need to vote on there being a vacancy because Jeff's moving out of town.
yeah. So I would entertain a motion that the board does have a vacancy as Jeff Chervali is moving out of town and will no longer be able to serve on the board.
So, second.
Motion by Weaver, second by Pearson. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
And appoint Cheers Johnson. I spelled your name wrong.
I've been called worse.
Yeah. So I, as mayor, would like to appoint Chris Johnson to fill the vacancy that we have as village trustee. At which time then I will entertain a motion for the board to approve board's consent to my appointment for trustee Jeff Chervali's remaining term.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Sidak, second by Pearson. Any further discussion, comments? Does that need to be an individual vote, Abby?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. And do I have voting rights on that too?
Yes, you can, yeah.
Okay.
Your vote shouldn't be needed though, since there are 3 board members here.
Just in case, and Ryan wanted to mix it up a little bit.
Thinking about it.
So we'll roll call that. Pearson,
Yes.
Sidak,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
motion carried. So welcome, Chris Johnson. You are now a official trustee of the mayor or village of Hannah City. Talk tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Now we have to be sworn in by the clerk.
Congrats, you're here forever.
Okay. You get to come up here now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
And I give you your copy and raise your right hand
Okay.
and repeat after me. Well, you can read it. I,
I,
say your name,
Chris Johnson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties, go ahead,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
office
of the office
of trustees
of trustees
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Now you're an official board member and you have voting rights.
Nothing on engineer.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish out.
Okay.
9. And then at this point, we will need to update our bank signing approvals and get a letter over to, what's her name? Carly at the Hannah City Bank.
Yeah, we had to have the
Many
meeting minutes.
minutes, right. So,
No pressure.
I know.
no pressure, should be
That's
right. So, so I will entertain a motion to remove Jeff Chervali as a authorized signature for the Village of Hannah City, to add Ryan Pearson as an authorized signer
Thank you.
on the account, and then myself, Mayor Furxell, Administrator Baylor, and Treasurer Cassandra will still remain on the account as authorized signature holders.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Sidak, second by Weaver. Any further comments, concerns? And all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Jump back to the engineer's report. It brings us back to you, Miss Abby.
I don't have much tonight, but I just want to update you all on the code rewrite. So everything's kind of made its way through our process for the first title. I think it's Title 4, the safety title. So that's going to be a lot of your ordinance violation things. But it's finally at my review. So I will get that finalized soon and get it to Brian and discuss other details with him. And then I think you all will probably review it closely after that. So that's all.
Thank you. Administrator's report.
Why always the side? I just thought I'd give you an update on some things that we haven't talked about in a while. As you guys have probably seen the speed sign out on 116. They actually moved it, I think, this week. It's now on the other end, catching them in, coming in that way, and then eventually we'll put it on Hannah City Glassford. We have a meeting scheduled for July 19th with the Peoria County Sheriff's Department. We'll talk about a lot of things, but one of the main things is sharing that data with them so that we can start talking to them about timing of when we have high volume and when we have high volume of people that are speeding, so that they can pay attention to that. So that's coming up. I don't know if you're going to go over the Lagoon Solar thing at all, but we did get the loan in. We did pay the contractor. We're working with Nicole at Locust to make sure we look at how we're booking all of those things in the finance system so that it works out right. The engineer and from the contractor and Jason will be out and hopefully next week to talk to the guys and begin the process of installing. They said it would take probably 3 months to get it in at the longest. So that's happening. The lighting project, so 116 adding the 5 lights that you guys approved last time. We had to cut a couple of checks that weren't much. To the guy, the $200, and for the guy at Ameren. So he's working through their process, and he's going to let us know when they're going to come out and do the work. Dollar General sidewalk project. So basically, what we've done is we had a concept drawn up by Farnsworth, and we sent that to IDOT, or they sent that to IDOT, and we got feedback from IDOT saying conceptually they agree that we could do that. But they had a bunch of things that they wanted us to go through, which I think would actually require us to do some engineering. And I sent a note off to Joe today. He's out this week, but just asking them, I'd like to get an estimate to you guys of what it's going to roughly cost before we spend dollars on engineering. So I hope I can get that and get it to you guys soon. We've sent the intergovernmental agreement off to the Park District. We've not got the signed version back, but I did talk with Adam yesterday, and he's working on getting that done. Jim and the folks from Pleasant Valley have gone. They have the route now for the possibility of bringing water over from Pleasant Valley, and they've gone through and identified where all of the valves and the hydrants and everything would be. So the next step is for them to get an estimate on materials, get an estimate on labor, get an estimate on engineering so that we can have a price. Look at what it's going to save us, so we'd have to get a price from Pleasant Valley and do the math and determine whether or not the return is worth it. Sewer lining, Jim's in the process right now of putting together a quote from Hare, who's been doing that for us, so working on that. Code enforcement, we still meet every Monday, and putting out a lot of door hangers for mostly mowing and stuff like that. But we have had some progress with the apartment complex, getting some things cleaned up. And then the 2 houses on Runkle, we've made some good progress there. I'm missing.
We have a lien on one property,
Yeah,
For some work that was
abandoned
done.
property that's going into foreclosure.
but that's about it.
So the process seems to be working, so that's good. Tony just created the master calendar, and so we met and we've kind of gone through some dates, but we're going to create kind of a master calendar of all the major things that happen. We had this project sometime back, and then I think we had a technology issue with Tracy or something. We lost the information, but we basically want something that shows the main things that if we all get hit by a meteor, that somebody else comes in to manage the place, they know year round kind of what needs to happen when.
Is that so it's like an internal calendar?
Correct.
On our-
And in it, it'll say things like, we've put things in like, promote to the residents upcoming garbage or landscape waste pickup. Or so we put on the internal calendar what we want to do on the external calendar as a reminder.
Is there a community calendar on the website? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And on the app, it'll scroll through, and not everything gets pushed, but some stuff gets pushed as a notification. And then I don't have a whole lot on the gas station. The last I heard is the guy's doing his due diligence, and then there was a guy who was talking about wanting to put a gas station in where the mall is.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
We said that too.
So he's doing the due diligence, and my understanding is that if everything kind of goes the way he wants to, he's going to try to buy that property in the August timeframe is what I've heard, and then we'll go from there. One other thing I didn't put on here that I should have is I've despite following up, I've not heard anything back on the possible sale of the Public Works property. They reached out and said, what can we do for them? And I gave them a couple of options, and I've not heard anything back or not gotten a response to my follow-up. So that's it.
So so the calendar is called Shared. All trustees will have read access to it. If you know how to add a calendar into your Outlook, you should be able to do so. It's pretty easy. Denise will help you. Since you're laughing about it.
I need to add a lot to it. I'll just send it to her.
Yeah, you'll have to because you won't have that
Okay.
access.
That's good.
So I made the three office, Sarah, Cassandra, and Brian all have full
Okay.
edit access to it. So if there's something we need to have on there, we'll get with one of them to add it on there. That way there's no confusion. People aren't deleting things by accident, or just throwing random things on there that aren't pertinent to the village. So,
But once you get it and you kind of go through it, if there's anything that comes up and you say, wow, that really should be on there, just tell us.
Or wow, that really shouldn't be on there.
Yeah.
Either way.
Well, so we can update it, because we've already, even since we met, well, something will pop up and we'll go, well, that really ought to be on the calendar.
and I have added the board meetings to the calendar. First, third Tuesday of every month, there should be. Yep, it's on there starting next month, so good. Thank you, Brian. Finance, Brian?
Nothing.
Planning and zoning,
Nothing.
not here. Sanitary and sewer, Mr. Pearson?
Everything I had, he already took from me. So
Okay, it sounds like me. Water, Mr. Pearson?
got some numbers for you. Sarah apologizes by saying oops, so they were supposed to have the numbers last time. So I'll be sure to chastise her for that. Okay, total number of shutoffs is 19 for a total of $5,743.43. 0 level pay, and 4 foreclosures for a total of $282.58. Approximate gallons sold, 2,256,357.
Stop it. Start again, 2 million what?
2,256,357.
Okay. Missed that second two. I was like, wait, what?
226,357.
Thanks.
And that is all I have for water.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Buildings and grounds, Mr. Weaver.
Nothing to report.
Streets and alleys, Mr. Weaver.
Yeah, MFT year 4 work is complete, except for they're coming back next week to sweep up the loose rock.
Yeah, they did the chip and gravel. They did Second Street. It looks really nice.
Did they ever get Court?
Did they get what?
Court Street? That's the one that they had to stop?
Because of the rain.
Oh, yeah, they came back in.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, the next day, I think. I don't know why they didn't do the aprons when they did it, or the edges of the road. They came back and did those later too, but.
Yeah, and in fact, I called Roger that morning, said, why didn't they do that? And yeah, they're here right now.
I noticed the Lakeshore Dam potholes are filled in. Was that our guess? No.
My guess is yes, but I didn't tell them to do it. I just told them to go over and look at it, but maybe they went ahead and did it, but I'll ask them.
Knowing Roger, probably.
Kind of larger, orangish rock.
We'll send you the.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver. Mr. Sidak, CEDC.
All right. Hopefully most have transpired since last I was here for these numbers. If I recall correctly, we were still waffling between coffee can and
Yeah, so at the last meeting, I think the board voted to move forward with full funding for Evans and Lovelady. And then wanted me to go back and talk to Gully, or talk to Coffee Can, Gills, and Refuel, and ask if they wanted to resubmit, knowing that they only had the $4,500. That was all that was left. And so I reached back out to the 3 of them, and I did not hear from Coffee Can or Refuel. The only person I heard from was Cindy at Gills, and she said that they were going to move forward with the projects, even though the funding would be less than, the max or whatever. And since the board, the CEDC had already approved Gills, then we didn't have to do anything more with them. So,
all right, fair enough.
and that the Gills project, I put the application in here. But they're doing some windows and trim. I think they're also doing some.
And this is just for the initial approval disbursement of funds.
Right. Yeah. So if this is approved, then we're just saying we'll move forward, and once the project's completed and if it's done, then you guys will approve the funding disbursement.
Right, in that case, I will make a motion that we approve project 24C5 for the cost of $4,527.
A motion by
85 cents. That was not on the agenda. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, the 85 cents would get it totally. It's my fault. That would get us right at 75,000. So
85 cents.
a motion by Sidak, second by Weaver. Any further questions, comments? Then we will roll call it. I think we're on Johnson.
Yes.
Sidak,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Motion
Oh
carried.
no, I'm gonna have to put
I'm gonna have to spell their names
Two
because they
Johnsons.
both have C's. So
Oh yeah, both C. Johnson.
yeah.
Maybe C.A. Johnson. C.H. Johnson.
Okay.
Knucklehead Johnson.
Yeah. So, I'm so sorry, guys. I know that we have an agenda and I don't mean to be rude. What is Cindy Smith's business?
Gills.
In the warehouse.
In the warehouse.
Okay, I thought Gully was the warehouse. Okay,
He's
He's
coffee
coffee can.
can.
I thought he had the warehouse. He has the he has that one, and he has the storage units, right?
I don't think
No,
he
we
has a
don't know.
storage unit.
Did he sell those?
I don't think he ever had them.
He has an apartment at the mall,
He
and he owns a couple of homes.
called me once. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Yep. Sorry.
Thus concludes my report.
Sorry.
And it exhausts the grant money, so all the grant money has been allocated.
Yay! And to Marion County. That's everything I have is.
While you're looking, Ryan, when would you and Chris maybe have some time to do some transition discussion? I know you're really busy.
Can you do it tonight?
Yeah.
How long would it take? Just wife, pregnant stuff.
6 hours.
No, it won't take very long.
Okay.
And then we can find another time for you to come in and meet everybody.
Yeah.
Meet Jim and
And you
Sarah.
have to get
The
him
big
a
thing
door
you
code.
do is walk him through.
Get him a door code and keys. Did Jeff have keys?
Yeah.
He did.
Okay, we need to get those back from Jeff.
And you'll have a email. You'll actually get, we need to move Ryan's.
I guess I should clean that up.
Been using
It looks
for-
better than when Tony gave it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it does.
So what did you say? I need the keys from Jeff and we need emails.
Yeah, emails will be easy to fix because I can just change names on those.
I do access. What about Jeff?
Yeah,
Oh,
he needs
I didn't get
to.
my 15-minute prior warning this time. That's why I forgot.
Jeff doesn't have a license yet.
Access is what I meant. Because he has access on his phone to the.
Oh, I can shut that off from
Oh.
here.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
I'll change the password.
Does he have a code? He has a code, right?
Mhm.
Jeff does?
Mhm.
So I just can get that. We can just transfer the code over or you guys can give him a new one if you want. I don't care.
Well, what you mean for that door? Okay. Well, we have a slight problem in that we can't find the book to put new codes in.
So for now, we'll just
So for now,
give him the code.
Then just tell Jeff, we changed it.
yeah, of course we did.
Changed it.
Oh, he didn't have keys to get it. Double security.
I have somebody else on your report. Okay. So June 20.
16.
No, he's looking at incident reports.
I'm doing this.
Oh. Oh, I totally skipped over that.
Looks like June 23rd through June 29th, there were a total of 4.
These are incidents in town that the sheriff's department had to.
Come out in response to.
So just one per stack.
Wire down, unknown type, suspicious vehicle, traffic stop, and family trouble. The 4 calls, so.
I would have to one being signed tonight. Rest of my
I got time.
And then we will do the
He's buffering.
yes. we call that frozen at work. So Chris is gonna do water.
Water and sewer.
Ryan's taking
finance.
No, I knew this would yell at. Ryan's ignoring me now.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I was working.
So,
But don't forget to change that on the agenda too.
yes.
Yeah, I made a note, thank you.
Okay.
So, is there anything else that needs to come before the board this evening? Okay, next board meeting is July 16th, 2024, 6 p.m. And it's already on the shared calendar. So, thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. Thank you, Abby.
Hi, have a good night.
Two.